Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is keeping themselves safe and their families safe. Kindly be in houses and use your time wisely. Here, when I'm sharing the material with you, I felt that it would be better if somehow I can explain the topic myself. That is why I'm trying to create a video with the few resources I'm able to gather at my house. We'll be moving to the unit number 3, that to first topic, which is grammar. Grammar is a collection of four things: VN, sigma, P, and S, where S is a start symbol, P is a set of production rules, sigma is a set of terminal symbols, VN is a set of non terminal symbols. What do we mean by terminal and non terminal? We'll be able to understand as we move further. From now on, we'll be talking about the next thing. What is the production rule, which is the most important right now? See, production rule is said to be production rule anything in the form of written as left hand side is equals to right hand side, या फिर left hand side tending to right hand side, whatever whichever term which is written in the form of LHS is to RHS is said to be a production rule. Now, for example, let's say if I do have A tendings to ABC, या फिर A is to ABC, या A implies ABC, this is an example of production rule. Next, here, okay, it rubbed. That is AAB. AAB implies small a capital A small b capital B. It's also a production rule because it is in the written form of left hand side is equals to right hand side. Next, X tending to AX, B tending to AB, and so on. These are the examples of various production rules we are able to encounter. Now, you are able to see here few letters are written into the smaller one and few are the capital one. All small letters are termed as terminal symbols, whereas all the capital letters of English termed as non-terminal symbol. And throughout the automata, whenever we are going to study the grammars, we have to make sure that we remember few things, and those things are, see, terminal symbols are always represented by the small letters A, B, C up to Z. Whenever you see written down some small letters, it means we are talking about terminals. Similarly, the capital letters A, B, C up to Z are termed as a non-terminal symbols. Yeah, here we are with some few mathematical symbols also, that is alpha, beta, gamma. See, these special symbols are used to represent strings of both terminal and non-terminal. मतलब ऐसे स्ट्रिंग जिसमें टर्मिनल और नॉन टर्मिनल दोनों आ जाएं, उस स्ट्रिंग को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए हम अल्फा बीटा गामा तरह के सिंबल यूज़ करते हैं. वेयर एज फॉर द स्ट्रिंग्स विच कंटेंस टर्मिनल्स ओनली, मतलब ऐसे स्ट्रिंग जिसमें केवल स्मॉल लेटर्स हों, उसको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए हम स्मॉल लेटर WX की भी बात करते हैं. हाँ, W को हम वर्ड भी कहते हैं. द वर्ड इज इक्वल्स टू दिस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सी हियर, लेट्स से we are writing down ABC. It contains terminal as well as non-terminal. So this ABC can be represented by alpha. Similarly, here this triple AB, it contains all the small letters. We can represent it by W also. We'll moving to the next one. Now, this is a grammar. We are talking about the context-free grammar now. What is a context-free grammar? The context-free grammar is a grammar having the production rule in the form of non-terminal tendings to anything. What it means? A grammar is said to be context free when this production rule has a particular format, and that particular format is as non-terminal tendings to anything. Non-terminal tendings to anything मतलब लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में केवल एक ही सिंबल आ सकता है, वो होगा नॉन टर्मिनल मतलब कैपिटल लेटर्स, वेयर एज इन द राइट हैंड साइड कैन कंटेन एनीथिंग, टर्मिनल्स, नॉन टर्मिनल्स, और कितने भी नंबर में, कितनी भी संख्या में हम कुछ भी यहाँ पे राइट हैंड साइड में लिख सकते हैं. अगर इस तरह का कोई प्रोडक्शन रूल हमें दिखाई देता है तो उस प्रोडक्शन रूल को हम क्या कहते हैं कि दिस इज अ कंटेक्स्ट फ्री ग्रामर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सी यू आर एबल टू सी हियर A tendings to AAB, B tendings to AABA, and X tendings to AA oblique AX. Oblique मतलब X tendings to AA and X tendings to AX. यहाँ पे oblique का मतलब है एक और, ठीक है. These are the example of non-terminal. See, context free. How come? The left hand side contains only a single symbol, which is a capital letter, and right hand side can anything. We'll move to the next one. Let's say, let a CFG is given as S tendings to ASA oblique BSB oblique null. Yeah, this is the null symbol. Null matlab S tendings to null. This S can be replaced by null. Here derive the string double A, double B, double A from the grammar. But we are talking about, let's say this grammar is given to us. क्या हम इससे ये गिवन स्ट्रिंग निकाल सकते हैं, जनरेट कर सकते हैं? ये कैसे होगा? विल बी मूविंग टू द फर्दर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, S tendings to, we are given, we have to derive double A, double B, double A. We have to derive A first. So here we have three options. This S can be replaced by ASA. This S can be replaced by BSB. This S also can be replaced by null. There are three options by which we can replace this S. Now, as a solution, we are going up. S tendings to, this S we are replacing by the first option, that is ASA. Okay, we got this. Now, this A further we replace, we need second A. This A will further be replaced by again ASA. What we got? Double A S double A. Next, we need B. तो दिस S is replaced by the second option, that is BSB. तो यहाँ पे इस S को हम replace कर रहे हैं BSB से. What we got here now? Double A, BSB, double A. Now in the last, as you able to see, we got AA, B, BAA. मतलब we got the string. तो this S further is replaced by null. तो what we got? This S is replaced by null. So we got double A, double B, double A. This process of generating a string is called derivation. Correct? Similarly, we can create any number of sentences from here. We can create double B, double B. How come? This S is replaced by BSB. This S is further replaced by BSB, and this S is replaced by null. What we got? Double B, double B. This is how we can generate strings from the grammar. And this process is called derivation. Further, let's say one more question. Let CFG is given as, we are given with some context-free grammar, E tendings to E plus T oblique T, T tendings to T cross F oblique F, F tendings to in bracket F oblique A oblique B, and we have to derive the string A plus B cross B from it. हमें एक ग्रामर दी गई है और एक स्ट्रिंग दे दिया गया है कि पूछा गया इस स्ट्रिंग को हम इससे जनरेट कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते. हियर द स्मॉल लेटर्स ए बी and the symbols, mathematical symbols plus and cross and the bracket symbols are termed as a terminal, whereas the capital symbols are termed as non-terminals. Correct. We are trying to generate this string from here. Let's say, move to the first equation. This E we are replacing by E plus T. Now this T is further replaced by T cross F. So what we got? E plus T cross F. Again, this F can be replaced by B. We're replacing this B by here. And this T is replaced by F, and then this B is replaced, F is replaced by B, E is replaced by T, T is further by F. What we got? A plus B cross B. Yeah, I am taking the tedious example here so that easier you can do on your own, and we'll moving to the next. One more thing. Are you able to see here in E is equals to E plus T, we do have two options to replace. Either we can replace E or we can also replace T. But what I'm doing, आई एम रिप्लेसिंग द राइट मोस्ट सिम्बल. राइट मोस्ट मतलब ई और टी में सबसे राइट में कौन सा है? टी. तो आई एम रिप्लेसिंग टी हियर, एंड ऑन रिप्लेसिंग टी व्हाट आई गॉट? टी क्रॉस एफ. दिस टी को हमने किससे रिप्लेस कर दिया? टी क्रॉस एफ से. तो हमें क्या मिल गया? ई इज इक्वल्स टू ई प्लस टी क्रॉस एफ. नाउ आई डू हैव थ्री ऑप्शंस टू रिप्लेस ई, टी और एफ. इन तीनों को हम रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं. हम अगेन चूजिंग द राइट मोस्ट सिंबल. हम तब तक राइट मोस्ट सिंबल इसमें चूज कर रहे हैं जब तक हमारे पास राइट मोस्ट सिंबल बच रहे हैं. तो हमने क्या किया? इस एफ को रिप्लेस कर दिया बी से. ठीक है, जैसे हमने इस एफ को रिप्लेस किया बी से, वी लेफ्ट विथ two symbols to replace. Either I can replace E or I can replace T. Now because B is a terminal, it cannot be replaced, तो इसको ऐसे ही रहने देंगे. यहाँ पे इन दो options में से E plus T में से I'm again choosing the right one. The right मतलब T. तो हमने T को फिर से रिप्लेस किया, और आप देखेंगे जब जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, I'm choosing the right symbol only to replace, and finally I got the string which is required, that is A plus B cross B. Correct? So this kind of derivation is called rightmost derivation, RMD. rightmost मतलब जब भी हमारे पास एक से ज़्यादा चॉइसेस होंगी रिप्लेस करने की, तो हम चूज़ करेंगे सबसे rightmost पहले, फिर उसको आगे सॉल्व करते जाएंगे. Similarly, with the same grammar, same string can also be derived in another way, and that way is called leftmost derivation. What it means? See, E is equals to E plus T. Now we do have two options to replace E and T. I am replacing the left symbol. Correct? Okay. I am replacing this E by t. जब इस e को t से रिप्लेस करेंगे बट आई गॉट t प्लस टी. फर्दर दो ऑप्शंस हैं, इन दो ऑप्शंस में से मैंने फिर से t को चुना. इस t को आई एम रिप्लेसिंग बाय f. आई गॉट f प्लस टी. दिस f इज फर्दर रिप्लेस्ड बाय a. आर यू एबल टू सी कि f को हम a और b से रिप्लेस करते हैं. f is replaced by a plus t, a plus t cross f, and so on. We got a plus b cross b. This particular way, when we are choosing the leftmost symbol to replace first, it is called leftmost derivation. So the process of deriving a string is called derivation. Derivation is further of two type: the rightmost derivation and the leftmost derivation. Along with this derivation, we can also create a derivation tree. For example, here, check it out. डेरिवेशन को एक ट्री के रूप में लिख देने पे हम क्या मिल जाता है, डेरिवेशन ट्री. दिस e is replaced by e plus t. This e is further replaced by t and then f and then a. This t is replaced by t cross f. t is to b, t is to f, f is to b. तो जितने भी हमारे पास लीफ नोड होंगे जो मैंने ब्राउन कलर से मेंशन कर दिए हैं, ऑल लीफ नोड्स कम्स अप टू बी स्ट्रिंग. बट आई गॉट a plus b cross b. This particular way is said to be a derivation tree. Thank you so much. We'll be moving to further, and let me know whether it is helpful or not. That is an introductory session. Thank you.